Holy fucking shit. This one's not going to be monetized because I'm going to be swearing the whole fucking time. Here's my face. And I look like a ghost. What the F happened? I'm just so pissed off right now. Here, let's at least see if I can make myself look less ghostly. Holy crap, what is that? Good God, people. Sometimes things happen and you have no idea what to do about them. Literally, Streamlabs like shut down completely. And then it oh God, let's put some color in my skin. Saturation, there we go. There. At least I'm looking more like me for a second. What a pain in the ass this is. Here we go. There. I look like it, at least I don't look gray anymore. I probably should add some more contrast too. Yeah, so Streamlabs somehow, I use Streamlabs OBS if you didn't already know that. Somehow it froze the middle of the stream, right? Which has happened. We've been seeing that happen a lot lately. And I granted, I might have to upgrade my computer or do something to fix that, right? I get it. But then not only did it completely shut down, when I went to restart it, it started up anew again. Like I didn't already have a Streamlabs account. And then when I tried to log to start, I set everything up real quick again. Then when I started to do that, I come and go, rest in peace, Rumble. Oh yeah, I didn't do a new stream key for that one. That's probably why. Unless, well, wait, no, it might actually have me back on there because I never shut down that stream. So it should go right back to that Rumble part 2, or maybe not. I don't know. Looks like it didn't. Yeah, Rumble didn't work. All right, well, in the immortal words of Elvis Presley, fuck it, I don't care. So, so no Rumble today. This is annoying. Yeah. By the way, thank you, Avocats Diabli. Through all that, actually dropped a super chat via Streamlabs, which I greatly appreciate. Maybe that'll be the first dollars I put towards a new processor on my computer or something, because holy crap, this is annoying. And I'm so flustered. I suppose we can get into the show. I don't know. Or maybe I can just talk to you guys in the chat. Marty is going to show us Christmas past. Yeah, I did. I really did look like a freaking ghost. Anyway, AD dropped 223, small bullet in the tip jar, saying, listen here, you cretin. Until you give up on this nonsense that June belongs to anyone other than the dinosaurs, you will not be allowed to stream. It is Dinosaur Appreciation Month and nothing else. Well, there you go. That's bell-worthy. Congratulations. Yeah, so anyway, it's Strong Dad June. I still look kind of weird, don't I? That I didn't really do very well on the configuring my skin tone. Let's see if I can manage this. I never really know how much saturation to do. Maybe drop the saturation down. Does that help? Does I look natural again, like a natural brother, a natural light skinned brother. Anyway, all right, who cares? I don't care what I look like anymore. All right, so Strong Dad June. I was trying to show you examples of things people are saying about Strong Dad June, but I do have the links set up still. So, and this is something our friend Black Hotep came up with. But unfortunately, some of these dummies that, some of these people who are these pushing to have to actually do this happen, don't seem to get it and still are putting up all the LGBTQ flags and whatever. But Strong Dad June is, oh, by the way, also remember it's Men's Health Awareness Month. What the hell is this? Let me fix this. God, blast it. Oh, good God. What is happening? There we go. And so here's a message from our friend Black Hotep, aka the Strong Dad, talking about Men's Health Awareness Month. So here we go. Let's put a full screen on that. And yeah, this is so messed up today. I can't believe it. Here's a message about Strong Dad June and Men's Health Awareness Month.
What up, y'all? It's Strong Dad June, day number 3, and I just want to give y'all a reminder, all right? This is our most important, aside from my birthday, and aside from my birthday, my daughter's birthday, and my wife and mom's birthday, Strong Dad June is the most important holiday that could ever exist. You want to know why? Because it's also Men's Health Awareness Month. That's right, 2 holidays for the price of one. And why am I calling it a holiday, right? Men's Health Awareness, how is this a holiday? Because this is a time to celebrate. It's a time to celebrate men who are changing their lives for the better, who are making a healthy step forward. And it's also a time for you, fatty, to celebrate putting that cheeseburger down and making it to the gym for the first time.
He's talking
because if you're
straight
watching
to me
this,
right
you
now.
best believe you're ready to make a change. I hope you're ready to make a change. This is the best month out of all the months in the year for us dads out here, for us men out here. This is a month where we can truly show the importance of focusing on our mental health, focusing on our families, and how we uplift our communities. It's the most important holiday the world could have, because if we're not healthy, who the fuck's gonna lead this shit? Come on now, y'all. It's Strong Dad June.
All right, there we go. That's our friend Strong Dad.
What up, y'all? It's Strong Dad.
Hold on. I heard you already, brother. So anyway, that's what Strong Dad June's about, and we're not concerned about Pride Month because it doesn't affect us. You know, we can be happy for those people, but you know, there you go. So, by the way, thank you, Gunfox61. Oh, by the way, Avocado Stabley.
You are
The new Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. I had to do that because then Gunfox came in and took your thunder, dropping a Hamilton in the tip jar saying DEI is the best. So the left says, and he's got an article to hijack the show with. So we'll get to that very quickly. Oh, now, wait a minute. Okay, I have a bone to pick with you on this one because that has nothing to do with DEI. But anyway, let's go. Let's see. I'm really, really concerned about how I look here. That's the most important thing I'm thinking about. Why do I look so weird on this camera? Good Lord. Is it too much? Is it too bright? Is that what it is? Is it too much contrast, saturation? What is it? How can I fix this? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them. Sam, I am. Is maybe sharpness? Is that what it is? Let's try that. Okay, there. That's the best I'm going to do. Put a shirt on. I have a shirt on. This is my Zorba's, this is Pelican Lake, Minnesota. Zorba's is a mainstay. If you go up on the northern Minnesota lakes, there's about 9 of them up there. They're pizza places, but they also have a good bar and they make great nachos. And it's just, that's the place to be. The original one's in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. And that particular Zorba's used to be a party back in the day, man. You'd go to Zorba's and it was like, that was the place to be if you're up north on the lakes. So anyway, you always look weird. We're just too nice to tell you. Okay, thanks. I appreciate that too, who said that? Advocates Diabli? There you go. It's DEI because he will let out to do it again because DEI points fight me. Okay, I'm not going to fight you. I'm not interested in fight. You don't want to fight me. I'm a giant human being. No one wants to fight me. Anyway, let's okay, so I did Strong Dad June. We're going to go through this really quick. I'll just go because I'm going to get to Gunfox's article and then we'll talk about a little bit about the Trump reactions. One in particular that I wanted to show you that is basically the main reason I titled the show what it is today, and it's something that we saw on This Is CNN. So I'm just going to go through these trending topics as fast as I can. The WNBA is trending. It was trending #1 this morning, and apparently because people are still talking about Caitlin Clark, because Caitlin Clark is kind of getting the the welcome to the league rookie treatment and kind of getting pushed around a little bit, whatever. But she's doing pretty good. And you know, we talked about Caitlin Clark earlier, and I predicted, and this was my prediction, okay, that the hype around Caitlin Clark in the NCAA tournament, she would go to the WNBA, and there would be a little bit of bump in their ratings or whatever for the beginning of the season, and then over a period of time, it's gonna die back because it's still the WNBA. And I'm getting a sense that's already what's happening. But a lot of people are saying that Caitlin Clark's getting pushed around and whatnot because she's a white girl in a league mostly black girls and blah blah blah. Here's the thing. Anyone who's watched the WNBA at all, which is not a whole lot of people, but I have because I'm a basketball junkie, would know that sometimes the WNBA, them bitches are mean. They are not nice, and they beat each other up. They're sometimes play rough with the men. Also, the other part of the WNBA, one of the reasons why it's hard to watch is because a lot of them get knocked to the floor all the time. Like it's amazing how many times and it's just sometimes for no reason they just fall down. And I just think maybe she's getting the rookie treatment more than but you know, whatever. Wait, what? No, someone ether Steven. Let's see what this thing with Steven is, because it's only 51 seconds. Stephen A. Soul leaves his body after Monica McNutt ethers him about the WNBA. Well, let's see what she says here, because I bet you Steven's right and she's just mad.
Monica, you might get Stephen A. do my job. Please let me do my job. We've gone for 40 minutes.
The rookie. That's all I'm at.
All right.
Who talks about the WNBA? Who talks about women? Who talks about women's sports more than First Take? Stephen A. Respectfully, with your platform, you could have been doing this 3 years ago if you wanted to.
Doing what? Nobody.
All right.
Nobody cares about the WNBA.
But who does more than Stephen, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Wow. Don't do that. I'm talking to you about the power that you have. Okay. I'm talking to you. Okay. I got you, my guy. I'm talking to you.
People talk about leagues that people watch. Unfortunately, whatever reason, probably because it's not the greatest basketball ever. You know, college sports is a lot different than professional sports. Professional sports, you expect to be professional. College, you don't expect to be professional. Plus, college has a built-in audience. They have a whole school of people. If your team's winning in whatever sport it is, they'll come out and see you. Did you see at the University of Nebraska, when they had the volleyball match in the football stadium, they had 90,000 people come out to watch a volleyball match? Why would 90,000 people come out to watch a volleyball match? Because Nebraska is one of the top volleyball schools in the country, okay? And so they said they're going to go have a volleyball match in a 90,000 stadium, and they filled it because of that. Do you ever see any volleyball leagues in the world, even the beach volleyball stuff? You're not going to see a professional volleyball ever get 90,000 people to come watch a volleyball match. Maybe the Olympics, maybe, because that's countries and shit. So, and the same thing with the WNBA. It's because there's a built-in audience in college sports that if you have a winning team, they're going to fill the stadium. For example, lacrosse, Syracuse and North Carolina, really good at lacrosse. And their lacrosse stadiums get filled up. But are there any professional, what do you call it? Are there any professional lacrosse leagues that draw more than, 3,000 people at a stadium? All right, so there you go. So, the same way with the WNBA. I'm sorry, it's never going to grow because the quality of basketball is about the same quality as you could go to a really good high school boys game. Okay? Hello, Ranting Monkey. Welcome. Nice to see you. Anyway, enough about that. All right. Again, I'm going to go through the trending topics quick because we've had our... Oh, I thought it was going to do it again. It froze up over here. Did it freeze up where you are? I sure hope not. Anyway, let me just breeze through these because I really want to get to Gun Fox's article and then this one CNN thing, and then we're going to get out of here because, my screen's all screwed up today. Here we go. Justin Jefferson is trending. The Vikings wide receiver has just signed. Now, this is crazy. And I know I don't talk a lot of sports in here, but this is crazy. And I live in Minnesota, so I'm going to talk about the Vikings. Vikings And 3-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Justin Jefferson reached an agreement on a 4-year, $140 million contract extension that includes $110 million guaranteed. Guaranteed. If he plays not, if he gets hurt or whatever, it's guaranteed. And it makes him not only the highest paid wide receiver in NFL history, but the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. Sources tell ESPN Jefferson deal includes $88.743 million due at signing, the highest contract or non-quarterback guarantee at signing in NFL history, and it resets the wide receiver market. Now, he is probably the best wide receiver in the league. I'm just saying. And he's very, 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 very popular in Minnesota. That's crazy, though. That's like an NBA contract to me. Anyway, so that's big news. All right, moving on. That's it. What is this one? Alex Jones is trending because he's well, you can watch the video. I'll leave it in the links, but apparently he's very upset because he's got now some people are saying fuck Alex Jones, but he's upset because he is having to apparently lose. He's going to lose his ranch. He's got to sell his ranch to pay his legal bills. He hasn't paid. He's still in the appeal phase, so he hasn't had to pay the families yet, and so that's why people are saying fuck Alex Jones. But this video is going around where he's crying about having to sell his ranch, or whatever. That's about it. $35 million a year for a wide receiver in today's league. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm telling you, that's crazy. Monk, I see you. All right, and Sandy Hook is also trending because Alex Jones is trending. So I'm just gonna you can go through the links that I drop in the chat today and do that. We'll see about that. Mexico's trending because they have a woman as their new president. Now, I'll give you the Brian Krasenstein congratulations here. Brian Krasenstein says, huge congratulations to climate scientist Claudia Sheinbaum, who will be Mexico's next president, their first female president ever. And then she says, I will become the first woman president of Mexico. Sheinbaum said at a downtown Mexico City hotel, I don't make it alone. We all made it with our heroines who gave us our homeland, with our mothers, our daughters, and granddaughters. Okay, excuse me, Miss Sheinbaum, you're the president of all of Mexico, not just the mothers, daughters, whatever. But anyway, she's apparently she's a big time leftist, and also she's a pro-Palestinian Jew, a scientist, a deeply committed environmentalist. Needless to say, the U.S. media and political class. Oh, this is someone that says the U.S. media and political class ardently despise her with the passion of 1,000 burning suns. No, that is not true. They will be all up in her taint, with roses and sunshine because she's a leftist, whatever. But anyway, so that's interesting, I guess. Ed Krasenstein also has one. Let me see what Ed Krasenstein says. Hang on. Here's Ed Krasenstein's version, probably the exact same as Brian's, but let's see. Breaking. Mexico has just elected its first. Now, notice I'm using the same voice because they both have the same voice. Did you know those dudes are only like 5'4"? They're little short little fuckers. Anyway, elected first female president ever, Claudia Sheinbaum. Congratulations to the liberal politician who wants to work with America to make Mexico and the United States places for humanity. That means she wants open borders, right, Ed? I don't know. Sheinbaum is a scientist who received her PhD in energy engineering, and she's authored over 100 articles and 2 books on the environment, energy, and sustainable development. Yeah, well, you're gonna need some expertise on development in Mexico. Congratulations, Ms. Sheinbaum, President Sheinbaum, I should say, new president of Mexico. And everyone's touting the fact that she's a climate scientist. Oh, yippee! She's a climate. Yeah, so is who's that asshole from University of Pennsylvania? He's a climate scientist too, but he's an asshole. Anyway, moving on. Also trending. Real ID is trending. Apparently, pretty soon you will have to have a real ID to fly on a plane in the United States of America. And some people are mad about it, complaining that, this is terrible, blah, blah, blah. And some people are also pointing out that this was, the Real ID was started back when George W. Bush was president, saying, "Oh, you dummies who are complaining about it, oh, this happened while a Republican was president." Well, I don't care. Is George W. Bush my savior? No, it's still fucked up that you have to use it to fly, but whatever. I've had a real ID for like 4 years because, that's what you do in Minnesota. But breaking, the U.S. government plans to launch a heavily criticized federal ID program, Real ID, for domestic air travel on May 7th, 2025. Banning all adults from domestic flights unless they have replaced traditional state-issued IDs with real IDs, raising significant concerns about privacy and state surveillance. Well, yeah, and there's a whole thread on this, the dangers of Real ID program and its implications. So you can read through this. I'll do this as a separate link. Let's copy that. We'll do a separate link for the lengthy thread about the dangers of Real ID, according to Patrick Webb, whoever that is. Okay, there you go. Come on. Did my computer freeze? Am I frozen? Nope, I'm not. I'm still moving. And then the last trending topic that I was going to talk about was Ace Hardware. Michael Mann, yes, thank you, Monk. That dude. Yes, they want to keep black people off the plane. See, it's gonna be it's definitely racist to have an ID to fly in a plane, because most black people don't have IDs. I barely figured out how to get one. I had to get my neighbor to help me go to the DMV, whatever, and he went with me, because I didn't really understand that you have to fill out this form. And he's like, "Oh, well, you got to fill out a form." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Then what do I put my name on that? Where do I put my name?" And he said, "In the place where it says name." And I'm like, "Oh, cool." Because I wasn't sure how to get an ID, because, black people don't have IDs. But I eventually figured it out. And lo and behold, I also got to register to vote because of that. So fortunately, I do have an ID, but apparently, if you're a Democrat, you don't think we can get IDs. All right, Ace Hardware is trending, and I was kind of wondering, why the fuck's Ace Hardware trending? Are they closing up 80 stores like Target or not Target, Walgreens? Ace Hardware is trending just because someone asked a question about this. How does Ace Hardware stay in business? 15% higher prices than Lowe's and Home Depot, while having nothing you need in stock. I will tell you why local hardware stores... Wait, what? Why would you shop a hardware store for plants? Oh, that's funny. Look, here's why. I have a Home Depot nearby. I have a Lowe's nearby. But I do... Now I know to go mechanic. Look at all these wrenches. Yeah, well, most of my regulars are also moderators. So here we go. So there's a now it's not an Ace Hardware, it's a Hardware Hank right down the street from me, and then there's a Home Depot. Okay, now I'm when I need something very specific, I generally go to Ace Hardware. Or not Ace, Hardware Hank, whatever, same local hardware store. Okay. And the reason is because I know that if I just want to buy one or two of a particular screw, like if I have a piece of furniture that I'm refinishing, whatever, and I need just one little screw because I lost one of them, I know that I can go there and go right down this one aisle and I can find it right in one of these drawers right over here on the left side. Okay. Or if I need something also, I'll sometimes rent tools. For example, if I need to aerate my yard, I will rent an aerator from Ace Hardware, not from Home Depot, even though Home Depot does rentals. Why? Because I know the guys in the Ace, it's Hardware Hank for me. I know the guys in the Hardware Hank place, and for whatever reason, I want to give them business because they're just kind of local guys. Now, the other reason I like going there, as opposed to Home Depot, especially if I'm not sure what I need, unfortunately, the Home Depot that I go to, there's a lot of people working there that I wonder if they know anything. Now, they know where things are, but did they actually know anything? It used to be you go to Home Depot, and the average age of the person who worked there was about 55. Some guy, who built his own decks when he, on addition to his house. And he also knows how to, he can take apart his engine, and, he comes there with his own tool belt, right? But lately, I've been seeing a lot of young people with blue hairs and tattoos and stuff, and then they like, you know where this is? Yeah, well, I kind of do. This kind of should be over there, as opposed to a guy who's going to walk you to it and go here. And now, do you need this crimping tool to do this thing for that? And can I show you how to do this? And you sure you know how to do that? Whatever. That's what I need when I go to a hardware store sometimes. And I know if I go to the Hardware Hank, which is similar to Ace Hardware, if I go to Hardware Hank, that guy is there. And he's like, oh, yeah, well, here's how you do it. And you can ask him how to do shit. So that's the reason that I'm sure Ace Hardware is last, and Hardware Hanks and all those other more, even though they're chains, they are more local type, small scale hardware stores. That's why they last. Anyway, and that's some of the answers people are giving in this question. For example, this guy said, okay, if you know the Aussie licorice stuff, I can't remember the brand, but there's that Aussie licorice you can buy. Our local Hardware Hank has the best selection of those licorice anywhere. They got like nine flavors. Like they got apple, they got mixed berry, they got strawberry, they got traditional black licorice, they got blueberry, they got this and that. If you like that Aussie licorice stuff, that's the place to get it. And they also have what's the name of the brand? They have this really good brand of root beer and cream sodas, whatever. They're some local brand of sodas that are really good too. So every time you go out, I go there and get one little screw, right? And I walk by it, I'm like, oh my God, can I resist the licorice? Okay, I'm going to get a strawberry one today. And the next time I'm going to get a watermelon one. And the next time I'm going to get a blueberry one. You can't help it. So that's how they stay in business, because they got all this. And then you get a cream soda on the way out. Okay, anyway. How do you have other flavors of licorice? Licorice is a flavor. Because, like Twizzlers. Twizzlers, you call them licorice, even though the red ones are not licorice flavored. But you still call them licorice for some reason. I don't know why. Is there another name for those? Does anyone know another name for those? I'm going to start going to Ace for a little screw. Yes, that's exactly what I do every once in a while. Or if I need some, for example, if I need some cabinet hardware, I know I can get it there for about the same price I can get at Home Depot, but I can find it a lot faster. Just because, I don't know. All right, enough. Let's finish. Let's go through 2 articles and then I got to go because I'm already late. This is from Gun Fox, who's hijacking the show with this article. Gunman who shot 2 NYPD cops revealed to be migrant who recently crossed into U.S. via Eagle Pass, according to sources. So, oh my God. 2 cops were shot by a 19-year-old Venezuelan migrant early Monday when they tried to stop him as he was riding a motorized scooter, with one of the injured officers rendering aid to his partner since he was more concerned about him, according to police and sources. The officers had tried to pull over the teen, identified as Bernardo Castro Mata, after spotting him driving the wrong way down a street in 89th Street and 23rd Avenue in Elmhurst at about 1:40 a.m. Police said the suspect quickly ditched a moped and fled on foot for several blocks, according to the cops. During the pursuit, the teen allegedly pulled out an illegal gun and fired multiple rounds at the officers. One of the officers, Christopher. Okay, hold up. Let's just stop right there. Let me just stop. No, it's not made of plastic. Twizzlers are Twizzlers. Yeah, but I still call them I call them red licorice. Don't you? Maybe that's just a Nebraska thing from where I grew up. But anyway, let me stop here though. Now, if this guy, this young man, the teen, allegedly pulled out an illegal gun and fired multiple rounds at the officers. Now, what state was this in? Was this in New York? This was in, I guess it must have been in New York. I have a contention. I think they just need more gun laws. Okay? Because then this person who entered the country illegally wouldn't have been able to have a firearm if they had better gun laws. That's all it takes, right? Yeah, being facetious. Ukdroma. That's a new name, by the way. Good welcome to the show. I hope you come back. I hope to see you again. Anyway, at least one of the officers returned fire and struck the alleged perp in the ankle. In the immediate aftermath of the shooting, the cop shot in his vest, was more concerned about his partner, and frantically worked to apply a tourniquet to Abreu's leg to stem the bleeding. Police Benevolent Association President Patrick Henry said the teen has no criminal history in the Big Apple, so this wasn't New York, but is a suspect in several snatch and grab robbery investigations in Queens, including one in which a woman who was allegedly attacked had her credit card stolen. He has been living at the migrant shelter in the former Courtyard Marriott Hotel near LaGuardia Airport, NYPD Commissioner Edward Caban said. Law enforcement sources told the Post he entered the U.S. via Eagle Pass, Texas in July of last year. He was taken to New York Presbyterian Queens to undergo surgery, which will be on the taxpayer dime. The two injured cops are in good spirits after being treated at Elmhurst General Hospital. Caban said the cops were given a guard honor and greeted by a huge round of applause as they were released from the hospital Monday morning. This could have gone a very different way. The police commissioner told us an early morning press conference, showing off the bullet hole in one of the officers' vests. Mayor Eric Adams praised the two cops. Because of this vest, young police officer is going home. A senseless act of violence, total disregard for life, he added as he addressed the incident. Our officers responded with a level of discipline and level of focus, a level of professionalism. Today we thank God. Oh, Eric Adams pleasing God. That's wild. The officers were both assigned to 115th Precinct Public Safety Unit. Okay, so anyway, so another incident where we've imported crime instead of having it homegrown. Again, doing jobs that no American wants to do. All right, I didn't get to the subject today, but I do want to call attention to one article. I have several articles on the reaction to the Trump verdict from last week. Unfortunately, because of the way the show went today, haven't been able to get to them. But I am going to go through this one clip from This Is CNN of the CNN analyst talking about how this jury verdict and whatnot is problematic. Now, I don't know if they use the word problematic, but reasons why this could be overturned. There's so many reasons why this will be overturned. And that's why I have the name of the show as I do today. Although I don't know if it shows up in the, it probably doesn't show up in the this particular version as it did in the other one. But here it is on This Is CNN. Where is the, hang on, here we go.
Joining me now, CNN senior legal analyst Ellie Holding and criminal defense attorney Mark O'Mara. Ellie Holding, to you, the strongest grounds for appeal are what?
So I think the top grounds for appeal is the fact that we had a state court here, a state prosecutor, enforcing, in part, a federal election crime for the first time, actually, in U.S. history. We've never before seen a case where any state or county level prosecutor has charged as part of their case or as a subpart of their case a violation of the Federal Election Campaign Act. So this is the first time that's happened. It was briefed to Judge Merchan. Judge Merchan said, I find it okay, I find it acceptable under New York state law, but that's going to be issue 1A on the appeal. We don't know what the answer will be. It's unprecedented.
Mark O'Mara, likelihood of a successful appeal.
I think there's a great likelihood, and the reason why...
Now, wait a minute. Now, wait. So this is CNN, and the CNN people, for the most part, kind of were cheering this whole prosecution and whatnot. And, yeah, I know, show the video. I figured it out eventually. Anyway, so I'm sure this is just a letdown for the CNN anchor who wants this to be a rock-solid verdict.
There are a number of issues. Ellie brought one up. I have always complained about the way this jury was. It was not handled during the trial. I think with the massive focus on this case that they should have been sequestered. They certainly should have been sequestered during the deliberations. I think they should have been sequestered for the week before. Still don't understand why there was a week delay with a trial that everybody knew was going to go towards closing arguments in a jury. But even maybe during the trial itself, they should have been sequestered. And the reason why is there is going to be thousands of examples of potential infection. At this point, they'll find out who the jurors are. They will backtrack them to every house that they went to to watch the billboards they saw, the newsstands that passed by. So I have a real concern that the judge, who has to ensure the freedom given by the jury process, wasn't, because this jury was not.
Okay, this is the weakest reason, if you ask me, of why it'll be overturned. But I'm just saying the fact that there's New York appeals court precedent on the testimony of Stormy Daniels, where it's completely irrelevant to the actual charges, where she went on and on about things that totally prejudicial to the jury. There was just recently a case in New York where they overturned a case because of unnecessary witness who was giving prejudicial testimony that had nothing to do with the case. And then we have the Supreme Court case that says that for a jury to find a defendant guilty, they may find New York law on a particular case unconstitutional, because it said you have to be very specific. The jury has to agree on every piece of the underlying crime for a crime to be enhanced. And that was a recent, like 2020 Supreme Court unanimous decision written by Stephen Brennan. But anyway, he's going on about how the jury wasn't sequestered. That's probably a problem too. And also the jury instructions were a major problem that most pundits are mentioning when saying this case would be overturned.
Well protected, and that's only one of 100.
So multiple reasons why it can be overturned. So anyway, and again, CNN legal analyst trashes Trump guilty verdicts, charges obscure, unprecedented. So this is also, they didn't, here's what Honig wrote in, where do you write this? In New York Magazine. The judge donated money, a tiny amount, $35, but in plain violation of the rule prohibiting New York judges from making political donations of any kind to a pro-Biden, anti-Trump political operation, including funds that the judge earmarked for, quote, resisting the Republican Party and Donald Trump's radical right-wing legacy, end quote. That was something he donated to. Would folks have been just fine with the judge staying on the case if you donated a couple bucks to re-elect Donald Trump MAGA forever? Absolutely not. District Attorney Alvin Bragg ran for office in an overwhelmingly Democratic county. By touting his Trump hunting prowess, he bizarrely and falsely boasted on the campaign trail, "It is a fact that I have sued Donald Trump over 100 times." Disclosure, both Bragg and Trump's lead counsel, Todd Blanche, are friends and former colleagues of mine at the Southern District of New York. That's Eli Honig. The charges against Trump are obscure and nearly entirely unprecedented. In fact, no state prosecutor in New York or Wyoming or anywhere has ever charged federal election laws as a direct predicate to a state crime against anyone for anything. None, ever. Even putting aside the specifics of election law, the Manhattan DA itself almost never brings any case in which falsification of business records is the only charge. So those are this is the CNN analyst. If the CNN analyst, and in fact, even an MSDNC analyst, where is it? Hang on a second. I have one more, and then I got to go. Here. This isn't the analyst. MSNBC went out to interview people about this verdict, and I don't think they got the answers that they were expecting. Here's an example.
Yeah, Chris, so what I'm hearing pretty consistently from people across the spectrum, people who like Trump, people who don't like Trump, people who are on the fence, is that the facts of this case and the verdict don't really change their perception of Donald Trump, the persona of Donald Trump that they've known about for years. And as a result, it's not really moving the needle for people one way or the other. That said, I did meet one voter at the post office here in Reno who said he was at the post office specifically to register to vote for Donald Trump directly as a result of the verdict. He
they don't want to hear that
because he himself was convicted of a felony.
They don't want to hear that.
Years ago, spent some years in prison in California. He knows what the criminal justice system does to people, and he doesn't like it. I want to play you a clip from my interview with him, and then some clips of interviews with other voters as well. Take a look.
Here we go.
As of last night, after seeing what happened to Mr. Trump, I don't think that was fair, so I'm going ahead to register to vote. It's time to vote and set the record straight.
But just kind of more cemented my opinion about the guy. Like everything that came out in the verdict didn't surprise me at all. It just sounded like things he would do.
He followed the case.
I've been a Trump supporter since 2016.
breath.
Voted for him twice. Planning on voting again. Yesterday just cemented that fact for me.
I'm tempted to lean to the Democratic Party just to get votes away from Trump. I think Donald Trump is a terrible idea for this country.
Notice he's wearing a libertarian shirt.
Now,
remember who the libertarians nominated. All right, that's it. I got to go. This show was destroyed by my technical difficulties, but you know what? A lot of you came back, and I greatly appreciate it. I can't tell you how much I appreciate y'all coming back. 38 people here after that shit show. So anyway, I hope you try again tomorrow. I'm hopefully, maybe, just maybe, I don't know. Maybe this problem's ended now that I've had to reset everything on Streamlabs OBS again. But anyway, thanks for those you're here. Now, before you go, there's 38 people and 17 likes. You had to like something that happened today. So hit the like button, share the stream, share the second stream. Fuck the first stream. It sucked because of the technical difficulties. But maybe if you share them both, then you'll see part 1 and part 2. But whatever. I got to go. Thank you. I'm going to drop all the links to everything, including some articles I never even came close to getting to, into the chat and to the description of Rumble and YouTube, like I do every day. If you ever want to find one of these articles, it will be in the description of the video after the show. So I got to go. Thank you. Got to go. My name's P-Dog Knight, and I am out of here. Bye-bye. Have a lovely day. Hey, this is P-Dog Knight, and thank you for watching today on the P-Dog Knight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cash App, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm P-Dog Knight, and I'm out of here.